Alright guys, I'm going to go over the hydrapak Big Sur hydration pack. I'm going to go over some of the features that I like about it, some of the things I don't like about it. But what I did was I actually stuffed this thing full of kind of makeshift gear and filled the pack up completely with 100 ounces of water, so you can kind of get an idea of how much this thing can actually hold. But once you get it open, pack of 12 ounces of almonds, some gloves, bike pump sleeve on the side, a tube that I didn't really fold up too well, just kind of threw it in there, a rock shock pump for my shocks on my bike, and then just threw in some lures, you know, just to kind of take up some room, kind of give you an idea of, like I said, how much stuff you can cram in there. Oh yeah, some more stuff. And yeah, some more stuff. But inside, obviously you can tell it's pretty roomy, pretty deep. Little Velcro pack up here. You got a little sleeve, so to speak, here. That is actually, it's a cloth. So if you have glasses, camera, anything like that, you want to put in there, it won't get scratched up. It's got an MP3 port for your headphones. Some more storage, you know, cell phone, man, whatever you got, you name it, stick it in here. Key ring. Another compartment on the bottom. You want to stick some more stuff in here. Another zippered pouch inside the pouch, which I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, there's two compartments in there. Little reflector, nice little added feature if you're ever out running at night or doing who knows what. And then also, on top of that, got the water pack itself. $100 ounces, not too bad, and all that other stuff was in there with it. And a couple of other little features on here that I kind of liked but didn't really think they were thought out too well is there's actually a magnet that's on your tube, and there's also a magnet that was on your chest strap that comes with the pack. And I could tell when I first got it that the magnet that was here, it's basically like a little clip. It's like a horseshoe clip. And I could tell within probably 2 or 3 weeks that thing was just going to pop off at one point in time. And it did. So basically what's supposed to happen is you put the pack on and the magnet, they just lock together. But like I said, the way that they put it on there, it wasn't thought out very well. They should have had some way just to clip it on where it actually would lock into place or something like that, but yeah, didn't work out too well. The other thing I kind of don't like about this is the actual stem itself. It's not so much, well, not so much the stem, but it's just the way that it functions to turn it off. I don't know if you can really see here, but there's actually an X on the underside of the valve here, and what you're supposed to do to turn it off, you want to completely shut it off, is turn it all the way 180 till that X is right here. But the thing is, it's I don't know if it's mine, if I got a lemon out of all these, but it's really hard to kind of turn it in that off position. I mean, it's not super hard, but if you're looking to do it real quick, you know, it's just a pain in the ass. And these little fins on the side here, you know, they kind of hurt your hands. If you got to constantly turn it on and off, it's not the most aeronomical design on earth. But, you know, I guess it works, but that's one of my pet peeves about it is it's just kind of difficult to turn it on and off when you want to. And I've noticed a couple times since I kayak with this a lot is if you end up forgetting to turn it off and you pinch it, you're just going to lose all your water. And I've had that happen where there's times I've gone out either maybe snowboarding or mountain biking, or I'll just lay it down somewhere and this thing gets pinched and dude, your water's gone. You go out there with 100 ounces, next thing you know you got 2 ounces left and you're just going out there to, you know, go ride somewhere and be kind of screwed. It happens, but you just got to pay attention to stuff like that and make sure that, you know, if you set it down somewhere to make sure that you're not sitting on it or something's pushing against it or what have you. Another cool feature is how easy it is just to freaking plug and play the tube here. I mean, just pop it off, done, pop it back on. I mean, can't get any easier than that. And you can also flip this inside out. So if you want to throw it in the dishwasher, dry it out, unlike CamelBak, it's really, really hard to clean it. And I'll show you here in a minute how easy that is to empty it out and flip it inside out. I think a couple other things I forgot to kind of go over is obviously you got your padding when it's resting on your back. It's not too bad. It's, you know, rather thick, maybe 3/4, ½ inch maybe. You know, it's pretty sturdy. Could it be a little more comfortable? Yeah, I guess every pack probably could be, but you know, I think it's efficient. Could use a little more padding in the straps. I mean, it's pretty thin, and there's not too much there, but I think the good thing living down here in Florida is, you know, it's hot most of the time, and I think with it being a little bit light on the padding is it seems like it breathes a little bit better versus it being maybe something a little bit thicker. You know, you might not get as good breathability with something like that, but you know, I think it works. Do I feel like it's ever going to break on me or anything? No, but you know, it's just everybody likes it probably a little bit different. Maybe more padding, maybe less. You know, it's all just what your personal preference is. I don't think there's really anything. I don't know if you saw on the inside, but just to keep your water, your bladder from sagging, there's just a little rope that hooks on to this part. Oh, sorry, can't see it. But just hooks up to this little piece, so it just basically does one of those numbers, so it just sits in the pack. It doesn't fall down, get limp on you. But yeah, I'll show you how easy it is to dry it out and clean it out. Alright, so we made it over to the kitchen. Kind of give you an idea of how easy it is to empty this guy out. Another thing, good point that I would like to point out is to keep this thing from getting moldy is I actually put it in the freezer, believe it or not. Never ever have I ever cleaned this, and I've had it for maybe, I don't know, 1.5, 2 years. Not a single drop of mold. It's a good tip. Throw it in the freezer. Only word of advice is when you take it out, make sure that you just use cold water, so that way you don't crack the tubing or, you know, crack anything in here or mess up the tubing here. Or just let it thaw out for a couple minutes if you just don't want to run water over it. But it's a good tip, man. And and maybe try and get as much water out of the tube as you can before you throw it in there, like I did by just holding it up and squeezing it out. So just want to empty it out. Flip it inside out. Grab a paper towel. Grab a pair of tongs. And just find a place to just rest it up against a wall in the kitchen, or you can flip it inside out the other way and have it dry out that way so the water doesn't collect down in the flipped up portion. That's pretty much it, man. That's how easy it is, and I've never had any mold build up on this at all, ever, as long as I've had it, which, like I said, 1.5 to 2 years. And as long as you just take care of it, dry it out thoroughly, I mean, you won't have any problems with mold or any kind of other growth that could possibly make its way onto the bladder. So that's pretty much my review, man. It's solid bladder, solid pack, and I would definitely, if anything ever happens to this one, I would buy another one. And the durability, if you ever go on YouTube and look to see how well these are built, I'm sure people have had some problems with them, but I mean, the guys at Hydrapak were driving over the bladder with a forklift, just to show you how strong it is. Threw out the car window, all kinds of crazy stuff. But do I plan on doing that with this? No, but you know, it works. I don't have any problems with it. So check it out, hydrapak.com.